Hello and welcome to Phoenix. My name is Justin. I'm the owner of Team 53. I partner with Coach Dave Academy and Impel Motorsports to bring you this week's Learn to Drive video for the Tour Mods at Legacy Phoenix as part of 2025 Season 1, Week 12 official series action. If you haven't already done so, with it being the end of the season, it's a great time to join Team 53. You can grab all 5 short track setups for $53 through our website, or you can join through our Discord for $50. Link for both of them are below. Um, Legacy Phoenix, while it's not a real track anymore, it probably holds a special place in my heart. It's probably one of my absolute favorite tracks on the sim. For whatever reason, this track, I wish the current Phoenix had this configuration to it. It just is so much fun. It's such a driver's track that I really, really, really miss it here on the sim. So we're going to head out here. I'm going to tire heat and just kind of gas, brake, swerve left, right. We're going to go pretty much high here on our warm-up lap, on this out lap, and then on our warm-up lap, lap 1, we're just going to run high around the track. So that'll get some heat in the tires. So you guys probably noticed too, right above me, there's a nice little HelloFresh logo right up here, I think. Um, HelloFresh has partnered with us for a month, get you guys some discounted fresh meals sent to right to your door for you guys to cook. So if you're looking for something different for dinner, without having to think about it, it's a great alternative for it. And you can see too here as I was driving there, you could see me kind of swerving the steering wheel a little bit and just trying to get some extra heat in the tires. So that's super, super important here this week, is to get this car up to temperature, to get those tires underneath you. And whether it's qualifying or race, that's super important. So you see here, we head high here in 3 and 4 to get a good head of steam for our fast lap, which would be lap 2 of our qualifying run. We'll grab our speed here at the start finish line is 138 miles an hour. Let's take a quick look to inside the car. It's really tough to really have any type of visual for where you're supposed to be on the track here, but just, keep going until you find that 0x contact with the wall, and that'll kind of tell you when you're too high. So we go down this front stretch. We're going to start to turn in about the time that the wall bumps out. So you see how the wall starts to kind of fade out there. We're going to start to turn in. And then our lift point is going to be right here where this wall changes to white. So we'll drive it in pretty deep and we'll lift going in. And it's really not, I mean, this is kind of what it looks like for me where my lift point is. It's not too much of a lift either. You're going to stay in probably about 50% throttle or so as we head into this corner. And I'm going to bring it in. And my goal is to get this so that this left front tire is down here in this lighter gray, pretty close to this yellow. But you have to be really careful because if you get into this yellow down here and below onto the apron, you're going to spin out pretty much every single time. So we go around and we're just kind of throttling up, going through here, keeping it relatively smooth and even. Then we throttle up on exit. It goes up to the wall, but we don't quite hit it. The rear end does kind of kick out just a little bit. And then we go down dogleg. We're going to get as close as we can to this yellow. And we're right there along there. We bring it back up, and now I'm pointing to bring this car. When I come up off the dogleg, my reference point is this Checker Auto Parts, the red logo here on the wall. That's really where I'm aiming to point my car to, and then right when I get to the Chevrolet sign, that's where I'm really thinking about turn 3 and what I need to do there. So we bring it up here from the dogleg. We use that Checker Auto Parts sign here on the wall. And then right here at the Chevrolet, this is where we start to turn in. You can see my wheel kind of turn as we're going past the Chevrolet sign here on the wall. And then we're just going to lift and we're going to bring this car into the corner. And we're going to keep throttle in. Now, I noticed the car felt like it was getting a little tight. I was putting a little bit more wheel in. So one of the corrections that I knew I could make as a driver was to dip that left front tire right on this yellow line. And you recall in turn 1, I told you not to do it because it's going to spin you out. Here in turn 3, you can get away with it a little bit. If you're not sure how you're going to do it, you got to be really careful because it will loop the car right around. So you got to practice that. And if you guys are struggling with it, just stay away from it. You're not going to gain that much, but you'll lose a ton by hitting it. So we stay in it, we drive down the front stretch, and we get a 764. we'll take that because our fast race time was a 7:65, so not too bad. If you guys are looking for sim racing equipment, head over sponsor Impel Motorsports. They do a ton to help us out, get us on track here in Wisconsin on a weekly basis. So they've got some sim racing stuff. They should have some new Moses stuff coming up here pretty soon, as well as I believe some next level sim rigs hopping onto the site here shortly. We drive around track here for race trim, it's going to be about the same. You can see where I said in qualifying it's important to get heat in the tires. For race trim, equally as important to have a little bit of heat in the tires. I would recommend dragging brake under the pace lap just to get that heat flowing in them and to have that car stick a little bit better for you. But otherwise, all of these laps are going to feel pretty similar to qualifying once you get a little bit of heat in them. You'll kind of be lifting at the same points. You'll be throttling up at the same points. If you guys are getting tight in traffic, I would look at making some track bar adjustments. You can't go too much more on track bar because you're just going to be so unbearably loose. But look at that and see if that can help you out at all. But it's pretty much just like this the whole time. Passing is just getting runs on people and waiting for them to either push tight and have to lift, or maybe they get a little bit too free and you're able to just kind of get underneath them and time your run properly. So it's like I said, this is one of my favorite tracks just from that perspective that it really puts a lot in the driver's hands. I feel like the new Phoenix has a lot more grip to it than what this old worn out surface did. And this track is flatter too, so you have a lot more off throttle time and more time to be making mistakes, which is something that definitely helps with passing. So yeah, just practice your qualifying this week and be ready for it. I think that's going to be the most important thing that you can do. Head over to team53racing.com, give our Facebook a like. Head over to the Discord, join that. We always love having people in there. We're always available for questions, whatever you guys might need. And best of luck this week, and we will see you in the next video.